Okay, Penny, we are recording. Hi, so I'm Jennifer
Hey.
Rose. Hi, Penny.
Hi, Jennifer
Let
Rose.
me just introduce Penny. Penny and I took yoga teacher training in 2011. She and I have known each other in the yoga community in town through our practice, through circles that we've met each other. So we've always kept in touch. And now we are actually studying Course in Miracles together, which is an honor. So
So awesome.
we're doing that together. So Penny's been
Oh,
my friend, I don't know, going on 10 years now. So I invited her on this little discussion, this conversation. I call it Conversations with the Juicy Crone Nation because, like it or not, Penny, we're Juicy Crones. What can we say?
I'm more of a dry crawl.
Well, we have arrived.
We have arrived.
We've got a lot of juice left for life. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we're lifelong learners. We're very interested in the world. Penny, you just finished your studies in your Ayurvedic studies, right?
I finished, yeah, I'm an Ayurvedic health practitioner, and I
Mm-hmm.
actually technically completed it last July. So July 30th of 2019, I gave them my dissertation as it were.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was a little late, but I got it done, and she loved it. So got it done in July of 2019.
So, are you seeing clients?
I have a few,
Okay.
very few though.
So,
A lot of, yeah.
I'm going to put in the description of this video your contact information if anyone wants to get an Ayurvedic consultation with you. Is
Oh,
that okay?
thank you. And they can message me, or they can, I have a Facebook page, Penny's Way of Wellness.
Okay, perfect. So I'll put that in the description because,
Thank
like I was
you.
saying, you're a lifelong learner. We're juicy for life.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what age
Absolutely.
we are, we've always consistently been interested and excited about what the world has to offer us and what we can
Mm-hmm.
offer the world. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why I wanted to do this conversations with the Juicy Crone Nation about what we would tell our 20-year-old self because we have wisdom for the world, and part of our interest in the world is offering our wisdom to the world. So that was number one. Number two, I think it's really important for whoever I'm speaking with is for you, like, to kind of get clear, to know what you know. Like, it's really powerful to go back and watch yourself on the video and like really know what you know. It makes it stronger. It makes
Yeah.
it more powerful. It makes it more real. And it's another launching point to go from whatever you're going to know next. And then the third reason I decided to do these conversations about, like, what would you tell your 20-year-old self, was because I think it's a great opportunity for, if anything comes up for you while you're listening to yourself and talking about any regrets from the past, like I'm moving my hands to the past, or I don't know, the past could be that way, like for you to go back to the past, your 20-year-old self, and just forgive your 20-year-old self for not knowing then what you know now. Like, I do that all the time. Actually, I do it for myself. Like last week, I'm just like, oh, honey, I forgive you for not knowing last week what you know today, which is another really great, powerful practice that we can use. Not only powerful, but very practical.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
Yeah. So let me just, Penny and I, before I hit record, she and I were having a conversation about, she was divulging how she has a tendency to be very competitive and push herself and push your body beyond limits, and then have the consequence of being in excruciating pain. And then you're starting to tell me what you know. And I was like, wait, stop. Let's get it on the record. So do you just want to pick up, Penny, and tell me what you know about pushing yourself?
what I have realized looking back is that I have done that a lot, obviously. I have pushed my body. I remember when I was in my, well, it's not my 20-year-old self, but my mid-20s self,
Mm-hmm.
I pushed myself so hard teaching aerobics that I had tendonitis, and I kept going, and I was throwing that. Back in those days, I took aspirin. So I was tossing aspirin and going and teaching on this ankle anyway,
Mm-hmm.
to the point that I couldn't walk. All right. And
Mm-hmm.
then I found a napropath, and they're amazing. I finally listened. I had to get something done because I couldn't walk anymore. I couldn't even swim. It hurt when I kicked my feet.
You couldn't even do that.
Nothing.
Right.
So I was on crutches for 6 weeks for my ankle to heal. So, and then I went ahead and did that again. Then I went and did triathlons and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had a history of pushing through pain. And as we know, a lot of our athletes, you do that. You have to do it to a certain point, but it's knowing when to tune in. This is enough.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is the big thing I would like to tell my 20-year-old self is I know, you know when you should stop. Looking back, I intuited when I was going to meet my husband. I intuited different things in my life. For example, I was in college. Okay, so that's a good time to start.
Mm-hmm.
Here I am in college. I'm a poli-sci econ major. Why? Because, I don't think I'm smart enough to go to medical school. All right. My science scores were always really high all through high school on my tests. And I said, I can't go to medical school. So I would tell myself, if you want to go to medical school, I know you can do it. Because, I mean, I don't know if you know, do you know Garish?
No.
He passed away. Okay. So he read palms. He looked in my hand and he said, are you a doctor? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're not a doctor. Oh, well, that's what he said to me. And then I went on to go to Ayurvedic school to become a practitioner. So my point is that it's always been in me to be a person that assisted other people in wellness, and I sold myself short. I don't know why. Insecurity. I don't know. Insecurity. And then not being intuitive enough to listen to what I really want to do. Knowing that when we really want to do something, we can do it. If it's in our heart, we can do it. So that is the number one thing I would tell myself, is to listen to your heart and and listen to your intuition and do what you want to do instead of selling yourself short.
Okay. So I'm just making a few notes here.
And so I really think I continued then. And the way I would push myself, improve things is physically. I became a fitness instructor and I was teaching 16 classes a week, all aerobics. I didn't do yoga. I didn't even stretch. We did not stretch in Chicago. I don't know what they did down here, but I lived in Chicago. All we did was high impact. I even did competitive aerobics.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It almost sounds like there was like a compensation thing. Like, if I'm not going to do this, I'm going to put all that energy and effort and drive into this, which for you was the aerobics at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the other thing I realized is that I sold myself short on my musical talent. So through my college career, I did get a minor in music. And then I've sung off and on. However, I always said, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough, And I love kirtan, and I want to lead kirtan, and I know I can do it. And I haven't been doing it, So I don't know what was going on in my head, except that I was not good enough. That's a
Okay.
big, obviously a big line that my ego told me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big lie.
Um,
Because looking back, if I wanted to be a musician or a doctor, I could do either one, or maybe I could be a singing doctor. I mean, or I could be a medical singer, whatever. We could do whatever we want. So now I I'm I'm looking at, I do essential oils, and I'm doing Ayurveda, and I'm doing yoga, and I love doing personal training. And guess what? It all goes together in a way of wellness.
yeah.
you know I can share with other people to help them feel better. And that is what I love doing, is assisting our people in understanding how magnificent they are, understanding that they're amazing and brilliant. And the truth is, in Ayurveda, we learned, this is so cool,
Mm-hmm.
when we're conceived, we are given our purpose. And we are the perfect doshic combination to complete that purpose. Oh my God, so powerful. And so when we look at ourselves in the mirror and we put ourselves down, well, God we're a perfect combination of elements so that we can live this life on earth to the utmost to achieve our purpose. It's there for us. And when we deny who we are, the gifts that we were given, we're kind of crazy. I mean, how else are you going to put it? We're just, when I look in the mirror and say, oh, I'm to this or I'm to that. And the truth is, our natures are perfect for who we want to be to complete our dharma. So
Yeah.
I praise God for yoga as well.
Can I just make a comment on your story? There's like a couple things since you're talking that I wanted to tease out a little bit. One is that, like, I'm thinking about you as your 20-year-old self, your mid 20s, like you're in college and you have these desires to do these certain things. And it seems like, I want to just say culture at the time, like maybe at that point, the only idea we had in our mind was you want to be a healer, you want to be a wellness practitioner. And the only idea that we could think of was doctor. You wanted to be
Yeah.
you wanted to be a singer. The only thing we could think of was like, I don't know, radio superstar or country crossover superstar, or I don't know. We didn't really have a
Rock singer.
pardon.
Rock singer. I
Right.
actually did a demo tape once and sent it in, and they said my voice was too sweet and soft.
Yeah. So we get like these ideas of like, these are the only ways that I can express my perfectly given, like you said, at conception, my talents. And then we kind of box in our talents. We like, oh, I'm not good enough for that. But really,
That's a good point.
yeah, so it's like beautiful the way life is unfolded for you. And I'm going to ask you a little bit how you deal with this idea of not good enough, because I think it comes up for a lot of people. But it's beautiful, like to see the long journey of your soul, the long journey of your life. Oh, now 40 years later, we can look and just like, oh, those gifts blossom in a beautiful, unexpected form. Leading kirtan, leading chanting, Ayurvedic practitioner, oil prescriptions, yoga. So it's like, oh, when you're 20, you can't even fathom that that's the way your gifts could blossom. So
True for
I
me.
kind of just wanted to like forgive your 20-year-old self for not knowing that there were these other ways that your gifts could come forward, and just enjoying your gifts in this interesting and new way.
And the
So,
thing is, I was always a seeker,
mm-hmm.
and I was involved in these growth organizations called, do you remember EST
Of
perhaps, or
course, I remember S. I never went to S, but now they're called something else.
the Forum?
Yes, the forum, but I do know what it is.
I went to this thing called ISA, Institute for Self-Actualization.
Yes.
And the person who was our facilitator had quit EST and started his own thing. And that's so it
they
was
always do.
Yeah, that was right. So I found that assisted. That was right after college that I did that.
Okay.
And what I saw that it did assist me, however, it was very generalized.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like everybody in the same bucket.
Yeah.
And thank God I went to therapy as well, because that supported me too.
Amen.
And realized, yeah,
Amen.
thank God for therapy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I was a seeker. And one of the things that Swami Satchidananda says,
yes,
our blessing is, number one, we were born a human. Number two, we're a seeker.
Yeah.
If we're a seeker, that's a blessing. And number three, if we find our teacher. So it could be, and so many different teachers, ourself, you know, our Course in Miracles, it doesn't matter. But finding a guru to assist us. Mm-hmm. So those three things, and I blessed that I've always been a seeker. Thank God. Thank you, God, I'm a seeker.
Yeah.
I was given that gift.
I'm glad you mentioned that was a gift, because for me, it's always, not always, but often I felt it's a curse. I'm just like, why can't I just settle down? But I'm like so interested, and I've always been so interested in the world. I just want to learn as much as I can. So, and it is a blessing that, you know, I've been working with A Course in Miracles now for more than 20 years. And that has saved my life. Really, really. So, just let's talk just a little bit about how you work with when you have the thought that you're not enough for something. So, because that not enough can be like, I'm not thin enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not rich enough, I'm not fat enough, I can't walk enough miles, I can't do enough yoga, I can't. So, you know, that not enough is a joy robber. It'll steal your heartbeat. And it's one of the favorite tools of the ego. Oh my God, the ego loves to say, you haven't learned enough. You're not competent enough. You don't have an MD behind your name. So how do you work with that? It really knows how to get you. It knows exactly. I have a friend who is like, I'm not good enough Christian. I haven't studied the Bible enough. Like, that's her thing. The ego gets her with that. I'm not a good enough wife. I'm not a good enough daughter. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Penny.
Wow. So when I'm not good enough, the biggest thing that I do is sit in quiet and connect with who I really am. So I'm blessed I have those tools now. So, but I have these tools to go within and connect. And I'm God.
Yes. Yes.
And this is the experience of this body, and it's called Penny. And that's one of the things, you know, people say, what's your name? And I said, well, my name is Penny here in this body, in this life. It doesn't matter. You know, we're all God. And I think that is, you know, another thing that I do is I might, and I haven't had to do that as much. I would call, or like I would call you, you know, call a fellow like-minded person in A Course in Miracles, or I call my pastor from Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes. Oh my God, Joel Goldsmith. I mean, oh my God, they're amazing, right?
Yes.
So I have those tools because I've been blessed to have those tools, and I sit down and breathe deep. Like if I'm outside and my ego brain starts going crazy, I just have to take some deep breaths and sit back. Literally, I sit on my heels and say, You are amazing. Come on. Let go of all that other stuff. Just enjoy being right here, right now. And everybody, we all need to be, this is a lesson. All this stuff that's going on around us that were created for ourselves. We created this for ourselves, and I know we created for a lot of people. I I empathize with them. I mean, oh my God, they're not there, and it's really appears scary, and I will feel fear come into me.
Of
And one
course.
of the biggest things I do when I'm in fear, I'll never forget this. My mom was in the hospital this before she passed away in 2011, and I went out to be with her, and she had a brain bleed. Anyway, we would call, and my sister called me. I was staying at my mom's. Oh my God, she said, it's still bleeding, or whatever it was. I remember that day, and I could feel the fear in my gut, the misery, the nausea. That's what it feels like. Fear for me feels like nausea right in my small intestine. That's where I feel it. And I was like, what am I going to do? So I called my pastor, Pastor Peggy Marks. At the time I was going to a Science of Mind church. And I called her, and she said, why are you there with your mom? Just remember, why are you there? Because I love her, and I want to be with her. I love her. And so she said, well, be the love. Be the love. And I was like, exactly. I'm here to be the love. I'm not here to do anything else. I'm here on the planet to be love. And so that's another way. Oh my God, right now I'm just getting goosebumps.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel it.
Just getting out of that pretend. I love that acronym, false evidence appearing real for fear. I love that acronym, because the truth is I'm love, and nothing can touch me or anyone. We are all always alive. We never die. And God always sees us as its creation. We're always, I know, it's just, whew. And so I'm very blessed. I am so blessed. And I have so many good tools to get me out of my stuff.
And those tools have to be practiced. I don't want to say like
Yes, they do.
fear happens, but
Right.
With
Oh my God, Course in Miracles, the workbook.
Yeah.
Oh my God, those are great tools. I realized one of the big lessons I got when I first started A Course in Miracles, and I'll tell you more about that later. This is pretty crazy. But anyway, I thought that the people in my water aerobics class attacked me, okay? That they were being mean to me. And all of a sudden it clicked, because we were in that section. I don't remember the quotes. You probably do. But I just remember that I went, oh my God, it's my thoughts that they're going to attack me are bringing them to attack me. I mean, I am attacked, whatever. I was causing that situation. I am the cause of my universe. And it was so clear, because as soon as I shifted, boom, everything shifted. Soon as I shifted into, I love these people and we're just going to have fun, bam, the whole thing shifted. So I had stuff about, this attack thing. And I realized, how much our energy or our stuff draws stuff to us, to tell us. It's a lesson. So guess what? I ran into a car. A car turned in front of me. It was like in that same couple days.
Right.
And I hit it, and they got the ticket. However, I know that I drew them towards me to teach me, it's like, bam, divine 2x4. Your attack thoughts, Penny, are bringing that stuff towards you. It's like, so obvious. It's like, okay, thank you, God. I really got it right in the moment, Jennifer.
Yep. So we do have these revelatory moments, and
Miracles.
not to bring more fear around your thoughts, but to bring more awareness.
Fairness.
Awareness. Not like,
Yes.
oh, I can't think that, or I'm going to have a car accident.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking that. Oh, am I going to continue to think that, or would I like to choose to think something different? See,
Yep. Exactly.
and that is training, training to start paying attention to your life and your thoughts. And wow. Okay, Penny. So this has been so, thank you so much for talking with me. I really appreciate this.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
let's say goodbye. Let's say goodbye to everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Hey, you can find more information in the description. And then Penny, you stay on. I'm going to